final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the USF Bulls offense will take the first swing of the game. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
Leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Back to throw, it's Bullock. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Nimrod. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Bulls have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught close to the marker, it's Williams. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
How about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he for a man. It's Dampier. Finds his tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Breaking into the top 15, just one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Kent. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. And the Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Bully ball on third and short. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They got it at the 30.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Big guy smells it. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Slams it ahead. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on third and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Number 29 on the field goal.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Throwing right. Intercepted, number 19. Takes it the other way.
You got to be so careful, too, David, because on third and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage too because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a man. It's Dampier. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Got his man.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus.
Touch pass on the jet sweep.
It's
turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Caught in the backfield, it's Powell. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Looking to throw, it's Bullock. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll try to pop the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. And the 3 ball gives us a tie.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. He did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Got it behind the line. It's Kent. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's loose down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an out.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Williams. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Caught behind the line. It's Powell. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulls with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. It's Powell. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. You want to create favorable matchups, and the angle route against a backer is a good way to do it.
Yeah, and especially if you're going to run man-to-man, that's hard. That's hard.
There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Bulls back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. It'll be a draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Scanning the field, it's Bullock. Throws to the wideout. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, South Florida!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee in this. Will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan? and make tackles. Nice job by that play.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Thomas. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Dampier. Throws for the tight end. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass on 2nd down. This time he's got his man. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The field goal is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far.
The Bulls will kick it away to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Papa? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Breaks into the open.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Sooner! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a tight one so far in Columbus. They're up by 4 over Penn State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Back to throw, it's Bullock. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A+ here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. Here's the thing. You better reload quick because they're right.
Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
This is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Trying play action. He rifles one deep down the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Bullock. Fires it down the seam. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time on target. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. So now it's second and long. Wants to throw it. Makes the grab. Turning it on. Touchdown Bulls. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. To the air. It's Dampier. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Takes it on the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll take the deep shot. Got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I love when you back the defense off me. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the Bulls will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Bullock. Grabbed behind the line, it's Powell. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, USF. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hand off from the gun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Motion from the back. Touch pass on the run. Shakes off the defender. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll give it to him again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. He's got 99 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Got his man quickly. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finding an escape route. He stopped at the 32. Picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. What if I need to add?
Got enough space. Touchdown Sooners. They move on top here on the 4th.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Bulls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Bullock. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Spits it out to the back. Makes the catch. It's Powell. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
You got to give this guy credit all season long. He's played well, he's stayed healthy, and he's just executing. With that last throw, he's now surpassed 4,000 yards as we get late in the season.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch. And
now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Powell. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
you know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on 1st down, stopping the run. Here we go on 2nd. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Bulls. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. We've got a tie game, and this defense will try to keep it that way with just a few minutes left. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Sategna. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Touchdown Sooner. The defense does the work itself with the pick six. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The extra point is blocked. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Sends it back in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Got it in the middle of Smith. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking downfield, it's Bullock. Throws to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
With this situation in the game trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.